Well, hello, compressed air friends. Coming to you in the wee hours of the morning, once again, up early, working on some AI stuff. And what I've done here is I have created another little online form. And what this one is probably very similar to pretty much everybody's PM checklist. I think everybody does it a little differently, but it's the same basic information. And so what I've done here is I have created this online form to capture that information. That little field right there is going to get very important on the next couple iterations of this. This is in phase 1 right now, but so yeah, we're just capturing some information. And what is going to happen is when I submit this form, all of this information is going to get handed off to an AI agent who is going to analyze it and is going to spit back a very nice email to me, kind of making sense of all this information and then giving me a nice little write-up. So what we will do is we will hit the submit button, and that guy's going to think for a little bit. Come on, baby. Where you at? There we are. So what I will do here, get this email right here. So service report submission, gives a technician info, job details, equipment information, electrical metrics, operational parameters, maintenance status. So it kind of took all that information and it's going to give us a summary. Technician Rob performed routine maintenance on the Solaire, blah, 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 blah. Key insights, compressors accumulated so many running hours. Essential maintenance was performed, including changing of the main oil filter, air filter, separator, cleaning of the scavenge line. Operational metrics show a normal discharge temperature of 195 degrees and a low separator differential pressure of 1 psi, indicating efficient separation post replacement. However, the normal operating discharge pressure of 115 is notably below design pressure of 135, which is perfectly fine. Electrical readings are consistent and appear within expected ranges. Cooling system performance is effective, demonstrated by a 30-degree drop across the oil cooler and significant drop across the aftercooler, yada, yada. Investigate the reason for the 115 psi normal operating discharge pressure being essentially lower than and see, this could indicate demand changes, system leaks, or control adjustments. Wait the results of the oil sample to identify potential And this is why we have these reports emailed to us and not straight to the customer, because sometimes AI gets a little crazy and starts calling out stuff like this that isn't really a problem. So before this went to the customer, I would obviously just copy paste this into an email to the customer, edit as needed. But as you can see, it gives you a very nice springboard here to jump off from. So like I said, this is This is the first iteration. This is phase 1 here, just dealing with the oil flooded rotary screws. We'll be adding some context for refrigerated dryers, desk and air dryers here next. And once I get that all working fine and beautiful, we can start to tailor it into some of the more specialized equipment. You know, maybe your oil-free compressors, your turbos, things like that, just to kind of get this rounded out. But that's where it sits right now. The you know, the skeleton for this is already built, and that's the hardest part. All of this, which is basically your form data, this is all window dressing here. This is fully able to be changed out, customized. If there are parameters here that you don't want, they can be taken out. If there are parameters you want added in, they can be easily added in and pulled together like this for you into one nice little email. Also, the the final iteration of this that's going to be coming here in the next months or so is actually going to be taking the job notes, because this is eventually going to get tailored into something that is not just for PMs, but it's something to you can input your machine information, your you know, your breakdown stuff, your notes from your breakdowns for whatever they may be, and eventually this this same AI agent will take your breakdown notes and bust them out into just basically manufacturer, model number, and then your 3 C's, complaint, cause, correction, and that will all be stored in an online database that will be accessible to the AI agent. And you will then be able to go back and query your agent. So let's say you're working on a Solaire LS90 that has a, it's just throwing a main starter fault, and maybe you're a less experienced technician that's not real sure where to go with that. Well, you can jump in, query your agent, and say, I have a Solaire LS90 throwing a starter fault at me. When have we seen this before, and what was the resolution? And the agent will be able to search that database and come back and say, oh, we've seen this problem, you know, 9 times before, and you know, 7 of the 9 times it was resolved by replacing the auxiliary contact, and 2 of the 9 times it was resolved by replacing the entire starter. So that's ultimately where this is heading right now. Trying to alleviate the monotony of PM service stuff. Nobody likes filling out the you know, the PM checklist. Nobody likes writing the notes. So I thought, well, the checklist is something you really can't get around. But if I can design a nice agent that will write the notes for you based on your checklist information, then even better. The other part of this that's going to be coming as well is going to make a standardized form that mimics the one that we use in the field, and then of course taking all, you know, the AI agent will take all of this information and just import it into that field, and then when this email comes, there will be a PDF attached to it that actually has that, so that you can, again, make your edits and send this on to the customer. You have a PDF of the checklist that can go back to them. And at the same time, just because it makes it easier on me and, well, everybody really, that same PDF is going to be stored in the SharePoint folder for the office, so that instead of waiting for the technicians to return and turn in their checklist to be filed, the service coordinators can just hop on there and snatch them right up and file them right away. So many more iterations of this coming. Like I said, this is just kind of phase one. This thing is going to get pretty wild by the time it's all said and done. So again, if this is something you are interested in, let me know. Shoot me a DM or something, and we can definitely get you set up with it, because this is only going to get better from here. So, but pretty cool at this point. I dig it. So that's what I got. See ya.